Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Before we begin, let me ask you something quietly, and answer it honestly, even if no one else ever hears it. How long have you been carrying this weight, without knowing when it will finally be lifted? Not days, not weeks, but months, maybe years. You have learned how to function while hurting, how to smile while waiting, how to say Alhamdulillah, while your heart whispers, Ya Allah, how much longer? How much? This reminder is not here to distract you. It is here to interrupt something dangerous, the slow normalization of pain. Because when struggle lasts too long, people don't always lose faith loudly. They lose it quietly. And today, Allah willing, that quiet loss stops here. Let me speak to you clearly, without exaggeration and without false hope. If your struggles were meaningless, they would not still be here. Allah removes what has no purpose. What remains is shaping you. Many people think relief comes when life changes, but relief often begins when understanding changes. You may feel stuck, but stagnation and preparation can look identical to someone who cannot yet see the outcome. Here is the uncomfortable question most people avoid. What if Allah is not withholding blessings from you, but protecting you from receiving them too early? Because early blessings can destroy what late blessings perfect. Think about this carefully. A heart that has not learned patience will misuse ease. A soul that has not tasted dependence will forget Allah when comfort arrives. So if you are still being tested, it is not because Allah doubts you. It is because He trusts the process He is building inside you. And that brings us to the reality of what you have been enduring. You did not choose this hardship, but you have been living inside it, quietly. People see the surface version of you, functional, responsible, still praying. They do not see the inner exhaustion, the moments where you question yourself, the moments where hope feels delayed, the moments where your dua feels heavier than usual. And here is where many believers misunderstand themselves. Feeling tired does not mean your iman is weak. It means your heart has been working. Even the most sincere believers experience moments of internal collapse. What matters is not the feeling, but what you do with it. This is where fear often creeps in. Not fear of Allah, but fear of the future. Fear that this chapter has no ending. Fear that others are moving forward while you are being left behind. Fear that perhaps this is your permanent state. Let me be very clear. Allah does not trap His servants in endless hardship. When struggle continues, it is because something is still being refined. Gold is not heated once. It is heated again and again, until impurities have no place to hide. If your life had become easy earlier, would you even be listening this carefully right now? Exactly. Your hardship forced you to slow down, to reflect, to seek Allah beyond routine. And that inner shift matters more than you realize. But here is where many people unknowingly sabotage the process. That is why Act 2 is critical. This is where urgency enters. Because many believers do not lose blessings due to sin, they lose them due to misunderstanding Allah's timing. Waiting is not passive in Islam. Waiting is an act of worship. But there are two types of waiting. Waiting with trust and waiting with resistance. One strengthens the heart, the other exhausts it. When waiting turns into constant questioning, not reflection, but accusation, the heart becomes restless. You still pray, but you no longer rest in prayer. You still make dua, but you secretly negotiate with Allah. Just give me this and then I'll be grateful. That mindset is dangerous, because Allah does not rush blessings just because we are emotionally tired. He releases them when they will not pull us away from Him. Let me ask you something important. Would you rather receive what you want quickly or receive what you need correctly? Allah always chooses correctly. And here is the shift you may not have noticed yet. Your patience today is not the same as it was before. Your awareness is deeper. Your attachment to Allah is more intentional. That means something is changing. And when change happens internally, external change follows, often suddenly, but only for those who do not quit too early. Because relief does not always announce itself. Sometimes it arrives quietly, right after you decide to trust Allah one more time. and the next act will explain what happens when that trust becomes complete. There is a moment in every prolonged trial that most people never recognize. It is not loud, it does not come with signs in the sky, and it does not announce itself with relief. It comes as choice, a choice to continue trusting Allah, even when the heart is tired of hoping. This is where many people think nothing is happening, but in reality everything is happening. Because Allah does not always change circumstances first, He changes the servant. And when the servant changes, circumstances follow in ways the mind could not predict. Here is something you must understand with clarity. Allah's help often arrives after the final internal surrender, not after the final external effort. You have already done much of the work. You learned restraint when reacting felt easier. You learned sincerity when no one was watching. You learned to turn to Allah when distractions failed. These were not random lessons, they were prerequisites. What if this struggle ends, not when you finally see relief, but when Allah sees you are ready to carry it? Because blessings are responsibilities before they are comforts. That realization changes everything. There is a subtle transformation that happens when survival turns into reliance. Survival says, I just need this pain to stop. Reliance says, Ya Allah, I trust you even if I don't understand you. That shift is powerful. It is the moment your heart stops negotiating and starts submitting. And submission is not weakness, it is alignment. This is when peace begins to enter, before circumstances change. You pray differently, you wait differently, you respond differently. Not because life is easier, but because your heart is anchored. And an anchored heart cannot be shaken by delay. Here is something that may surprise you. Some of the greatest breakthroughs come after the moment you stop checking the door every 5 minutes, when you stop asking, is it here yet? And start saying, whenever you decide, Ya Allah. That is not giving up, that is graduating. And graduation always comes with transition, which leads us to the final act. Now listen carefully. Your struggles are ending, not because Allah suddenly noticed your pain, but because He has been guiding you through it. Every tear that went unseen by people was counted. Every dua that felt unanswered was recorded. Allah does not delay out of neglect, He delays out of wisdom. And when He gives in ways that do not break the heart afterward. So walk forward with dignity. Do not rush the ending. Do not fear the silence. Do not doubt the process. Because Allah never writes an ending that contradicts His mercy. What is coming will make sense, and not all at once, but enough to say, now I understand why I had to wait. Remain patient, remain consistent, remain sincere. If this reminder strengthened your heart, if it helped you breathe a little easier, then stay connected. Subscribe to this channel gently and intentionally, so these reminders can continue to accompany you on your journey toward clarity and peace. May Allah grant you steadfastness, protect your heart, and bring you relief at the most perfect moment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.